this is Judy with Kodiak Life and Kodiak Homestead. Today I'm going to show you and teach you a little bit about growing some absolutely delicious microgreens. So these are some microgreens here that I've been growing. These are some sunflower microgreens. And here are some broccoli microgreens that I've been growing, and they're absolutely delicious. They stay for about a week or so in the refrigerator. I use these really neat little containers here. They have their own built-in colander. All right, so today we're going to get started with looking at some True Leaf Market. These are the black oil sunflowers. They're one of our favorites. And again, that was this first one that I showed you here. And for this, I take a couple of ounces of seeds and I soak them for about 4 to 6 hours or so during the day. And I put them in a glass mason jar, and I have this little nice strainer on top of the jar. So in my kit here, I have the bottom and I have the top. And I have some coconut shell mixture in here. So it's just coconut shell, that's what I use. I need to go grab 2 more things here. All right, so I'm already back. So these are the containers that I use on the top. I'll show you how I use those in just a minute. So it's really easy. Depending on how moist your coconut shell is, you might be ready to go. If it's super moist, mine has been sitting out for a little bit. And so the coconut shell, I just buy the huge container off of Amazon. It's around $20. And then I put it in a huge black tub and rehydrate that. And so one big coconut block lasts a long, long time. So my soil is pretty moist. I'm going to start with my sunflower seeds here that have been soaking. And they look like this. And I literally just start to sprinkle them on. And I spread them out pretty even. It's my beautiful Portuguese water dog. He's telling me it's getting really close to dinner time. Okay, so I put those on. Spread them out. So they're pretty even. Then I take, so it looks like this when I have spread them out on my tray. I take my hand and I just gently push them in. It's a little more spreading out. Now for the sunflower seeds, I like to take a little tiny bit of extra coconut and I gently just spread a little bit of it over on top. A very teeny tiny layer here. And the seeds aren't even really completely covered. It's just a tiny little extra that I use. And this step I've done it covering them a little extra and not, I think maybe covering them a little bit does help some. And now that we've done that step, I'm going to clean up off my hands a little bit here. we are basically done. I mean, it is this easy. So I'm coming around. I'm going to show you up close what that looks like. So once I have finished that step, I'm going to come over and I have some little 2-pound weights that I bought from Walmart, little hand exercise weights. I take another tray here and I'm going to put it the bottom down. I'm going to put a couple of weights on it and I'm going to let it sit for about really it's about 3 to 4 days in dark. I'll write the date down and then I'm going to start to see my sunflower seeds sprout, and then after that it takes roughly about a week. So it really kind of depends on the temperature of your house, how long it takes, but for me it takes about 7 days after the dark period. So I'm going to sit these down. I'll kind of show you my little setup here in my house. Turn the camera around. All right, so here's my setup, and it's just sitting here in my house. And I bought one of these little stands off of Amazon. I think I might put a couple more little weights on. No, these will be for my other one. And I just sit it here. And so this is the dark phase. And then, like I said, in about 3 to 4 days, I'm going to take this top lid off. All of my seeds will be sprouted. And then I'm ready to turn on my grow lights here. So the next one I'm going to plant is I'm going to plant some of the broccoli seeds. And those are done a little bit different. They do not need any pre-soaking, the broccoli. So here are the broccoli sprouts. They're absolutely delicious on like sandwiches, in salads, on top of your eggs. So you just take your flat that has your rehydrated coconut shell. Like I said, again, you kind of feel it depending on how wet your media was. You might need to add a little bit more moisture. It does not need to be soaking wet, just nice and damp. So I have about an ounce of seed here, and I'm just reusing an old, let's see, this is the organic ground cumin. So I'm just reusing one of these little seasoning containers. And I just shake on my seeds, and these containers work great. I use these out in my garden. So I just start to evenly sprinkle on my seeds. Now, one thing we have found is that it's better to go lighter on your seeds than a heavier seed. And I put a whole ounce, but I don't even think that I need that. So the way I measure my seeds out, probably just about half of that on my seeds, is I use one of these teeny tiny measuring cups, and it has ounces, and it also has cups. So I measured actually 1 ounce out, and really I think I over measured, so I probably just needed half of that. So once you have your seeds down, and you can go to True Leaf Market, they'll show you the ratio of seeds to plant. And then you're just going to have to experiment. So I live up here in Kodiak, Alaska, and even in the summer, it's July 1st, and it is only 50 degrees outside, and then there's a nice breeze blowing, so it probably has a wind chill factor of, 45 if I'm lucky. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool in my house too. And that's why I was saying it kind of depends on the temperature in your home. Remember, seeds like to sprout at about 60 degrees. So I try to keep it at least 60 or more in my house. So once those are spread out, and I'm going to bring that a little bit closer up here to the camera so you can kind of see about how I make my flat look. I push those seeds in with my hand, and I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to get another flat, push the bottom down, push it down. I'm going to add a little bit of weight to it. These are some more little weights from Walmart. Just kind of hold that down, and then again I'm going to put it on the rack, write the date down that I started these, July 1st, and in 3 to 4 days they're going to be sprouted. You can start to see them ready to grow. I remove this top lid, turn on my lights, my LED grow lights, and then in about a week I have delicious broccoli, and I'll have delicious sunflower seeds. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick little video. My husband and I started this project this winter because it's really hard to get fresh vegetables. We live rurally, and this is a great way for us always to have some fresh vegetables here in our home. Any time of the year, especially in the winter, often there isn't even any produce to be had in the grocery store up here on Kodiak Island, and we can always have something delicious and healthy and just absolutely wonderful 12 months of the year. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you watch some of our other videos from here on Kodiak Island, and thank you for tuning in today. Enjoy.